So let's get started. The product costs you 10,000 Rand. Hire purchase. You borrowed money. It was over 5 years, 15%. And I told you hire purchase is always simple interest. And what is our simple interest formula? Our simple interest formula is A equals P into 1 plus I times N. We multiply it by N. So let's get started. I told you that's your final amount, and that's what you need to calculate. Your principal amount is 10,000. There's your principal amount, your original amount 10,000 into 1 plus I. What did I say? Do you write it as a percentage or do you write it as a decimal? As a decimal. Go back to our mind map. Your interest rate is 15%, 0,15 times. How many years? 5 years. So we go now onto our calculator. If Mr. Cameraman can just zoom in here on our calculator, I hope you guys can get the values. We're now going to put it in exactly. That's why we are encouraging people to get the natural display, right? So it makes your life so much easier. Exactly the way it's written here, you'll plug it onto your calculator. So you'll go 10,000, open brackets, 1 plus fraction 0,15 times 5. Close brackets, boom. 17,500. And that is what a 10,000 Rand item will cost you after paying it with interest over a period of 5 years. But now you want to calculate what is your monthly repayment, because when you take out a hire purchase agreement, you're going to pay a monthly installment. So all they'll do now, so calculate the final price of the product at the end. That was question A. So that's the answer to question A. And what if B said calculate your monthly repayment? Now it's very easy. Obviously, how many months are in 5 years? So now we're going to take 17,500. That's your final amount. That's the amount that you are paying, including interest. So the item is no longer costing you 10,000. So don't ever tell someone that if you took out a hire purchase agreement and they ask you, so how much did you pay for this? And you go and you tell them, I picked it up for a bargain. I only paid 10,000. You lying. You paid 10,000 plus the interest. You paid 17,500. Did you get it at a bargain? No, you didn't. You paid it with interest. Okay, so don't lie to the people. If you paid it, if you took out a high, unless you paid it cash, yeah, then you got it at a deal. But if you bought it with interest, people say, how much did you pay for your house? Oh no, I got it at a bargain. A house like this normally goes for 3 million. I only paid 1.2 million. Is that a fact? Did you pay 1.2 million cash? Then you got it at a bargain. But if you went through the bank and you took 1.2 million over 30 years, you paid 10 million Rand for the house. So don't say you paid 1.2. Tell the people, I paid 10 million for a 3 million Rand house. Why? Because you bought it on interest. Right. So let's go. I'm shouting you. That's what teachers do. Right. Calculate your monthly repayment. So we've got 17,500 divided by how many months in 5 years? Obviously, you're going to say 5 times 12. 12 months in a year times 5 years. So you're going to take 17,500 divided by 60. So we now go, we take the 17,500, we divide it by 60 months. And what do we get? 291 Rand 66 cents a month. So we get 291,666,67 PM per month. So many of you would choose to go for the hire purchase agreement, right? Some people would do it. If you really need something and you don't have 10,000 Rand in your pocket, you would rather opt for this. You would apply for a hire purchase loan. They'll calculate it with interest. They'll divide it by your period. And 291, somebody would say, at 291 Rand a month, I can afford it. I'm earning 5,000 Rand a month. My expenses, total monthly expenses are only 3,000. 291 is not going to affect me that bad. Never mind. Let me take it with interest. But at the end, you know you're not going to be paying 10,000. You're going to be paying your total amount of 17,500.